Percocet, Molly Percocet, and then whatever the words are. I'm using Percocet, aka Perrserker, in the remix cup with Palisand and Ninetales. So we're gonna see how this does. It didn't do that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. I went 0 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, and then a 1 out of 5. So I don't recommend using Percocet in a meta full of ground and fire and mud boys and all that stuff. But hey, if you want to use it, go ahead. I never recommend teams. I'm just having fun here. So we're going to have Palisand versus Palisand. So I'm going to go straight for the Scorching Sand. Maybe I can get a D. Oh, and they switched to what's that name? Archibax, which is, I mean, I guess I could switch to Ninetales, but I'm just staying in. I'm assuming they're trying to draw out something, but I got nothing. So I take out the Archibax, and they're going to come back with the Palisand. So I'm going to let this go. Charm, Shadow, Ninetales is just a deadly combination. But I come in with Perrserker, aka Percocet, and unfortunately I don't have Foul Play. Maybe I could have put Foul Play, but I didn't want to waste my charge TM. So I'm just going to try to farm as much energy and maybe try to switch, which I do. I tried to farm it down, but they switched to Aurora. So that's probably why they brought in Archibax. They're trying to bait out something that has counter. I do not. So I'm going to go for a Weather Ball. They're most likely going to go for Meteor Beam. I'm going to let this go, and I think I can just win with Percocet. So Meteor Beam is going to take me out, and Percocet is going to go for a play rough. I'm not trying to drop my defense because Percocet, even though it's steel, it's a freaking steel Pokemon. Let me tell you, fragile, weak as hell. I'm going to be able to farm down the Palisand after I quickly shield the Scorching Sands, and we're able to win that game. It's so weak. Oh my God. I like you, Percocet. I really do. You're not cute. I was going to say you cute. You're not. You're a little rough around the edges, but so weak for a steel Pokemon. So Palisand versus Scizor, Shadow Scizor. This is a problem. I can't really switch, and I'm going to shield because I don't use Palisand very often. I'm not sure how tanky it is. They go for a Night Slash, and girl, look at the boost. They get the damn boost. So now this is not looking good. They're obviously going to shield because they got the boost. I don't get the debuff, and I'm just going to let this go. I don't think I can just double shield you, Palisand. So going to let this go. It takes me out. And Perrserker, look at the bullet. What's that fast move that Scizor is using? It's like bullet something. Look at it's chunking. It's chunking. They go for a Night Slash, and then they come in with Mandibuzz. Now, here's where I make a mistake. I should have just switched immediately. I'm not sure why I'm going for Play Rough. I could have kept all this energy, which might have been needed. And I tried to catch the move on, what's the damn Pokemon? You see it, the damn fairy, Ninetales. It did not work out. So now I'm coming in with Ninetales now. I should have came in way before. I'm going to be hit with the Aerial Ace and doesn't do anything. But Scizor is Shadow and I'm Shadow. And let me tell you, it is just, they are chunking. I go straight for a Weather Ball, but maybe I should have farmed down. I don't know if I was going to make it. Yeah, I probably could have farmed down just by charming. I go straight for a Play Rough, but I mean, unless the last Pokemon, unless they lag, there's no win con right now. And it's going to be a Carbink. So yeah, no, I definitely needed Palisand to win me that one. Into the next match, we have Palisand versus Empoleon. Another not great lead. I am staying in because Ninetales doesn't want to see it. And honestly, Perrserker, aka Percocet, does not want to see it either. So I'm going to block the Hydro Cannon. I do lose CMP tie. Hydro Cannon is going to come through. Going to go for a Scorching Sand, hoping for a debuff. Give me a little debuff or just take it out. But no, they decide to shield, and then they switch to Gligar. Now here I am, once again, not switching, but they do only go for Aerial Ace, so I'm not too sure why, but that's fine. Aerial Ace going to do a little damage. Now I switch to Ninetales. Maybe I was just waiting for them to throw a move first, and I'm going to let this go. I don't think I can go without a shield. Dig is going to do some reasonable damage. That's okay. I'm going to go straight for a Weather Ball. Probably should have let them wing attack me a little bit more because Empoleon is going to be getting some farm, and that is not good looking at my back line. So they're going to come back with Empoleon. They get, 1 or 2 steel wing down. And now I'm going to come in with Perrserker, aka Percocet. Take a I have to shield because this will do more than half of my life. Even though I am steel, it still hurts. Then they switch to superior. So I have a win con here, but unfortunately I screw up. I go for close combat when I should have done is build up to back immediately, because now we CMP tie and this frenzy plant. Even though I'm steel, I dropped my defense twice. Harshly fell. So it's like 4 times. So yeah, this frenzy plant unfortunately is going to take me out. And I didn't know if Scorching Sand was going to KO. So I go for the Shadow Ball to make sure it does KO. And unfortunately, the Empoleon is going to just farm me down. So I could have won that one, but I played dumb. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're just not focused and you lose games. That's okay. Into the next match, we have Perrserker. What's it called? Palossand versus Gligar. So once again, not great. I got to stay in here. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball, and it's going to be doing some reasonable damage, right? Look at that. That does more than half of its life, Gligar. I'm going to let this go. It's just going to be the dig, which doesn't take me out, and they're probably going to go for an Aerial Ace. Yes, they do. So I'm going to decide to shield and then go for a Shadow Ball to do some damage on this Gligar or take it out. Go for a Shadow Ball, farm up a little bit more energy. This is going to be taking out the Gligar or getting a shield. And okay, we get the shield. And now I'm not going to get to the Shadow Ball, so I just go for Scorching Sand. Maybe I can get the debuff. Maybe they're not counting the moves like I don't. But no, they know it's not a Shadow Ball. So now I'm going to come in with Ninetales. I'm going to let the Dig or Aerial Ace go. It's going to be the Aerial Ace. That's fine. And I thought I could farm down. My God, how did the charm not go through? So Aerial Ace, again, is going to hit me. I feel like the charm should have went through. I don't know what happened there. I'm trying to switch immediately to Percocet, and there is a Mantine, and there is a Poliwrath. But hey, I do have Play Rough. So hey, there's still some play here. Play Rough, if they don't shield, is going to be almost taking it out. I farmed down, but I can't farm down in time. They survive, and I'm going to just let this go. And I thought, honestly, that Ninetales had a little bit more health. She don't. She is in red. When did that happen? I don't know. So, yeah, my win con right now is they need to stop playing. Yeah, they need to drop their phone in the toilet. They need to just stop playing. I'm going to go for a Weather Ball. Maybe they let this go, and I have another win con, but they decide to shield, and unfortunately, they can just, they could have wing attack me down, but they played it safe. They threw a move, and that's going to be a good game on their part because they won. And yeah, look, Percocet got a lot of people after it. Let me tell you, my boys Fires, even Water Pulse from Mantine can do half its life. So I'm going to come in with Ninetales starting things off. I guess I switched to lead. I don't remember that. I'm going to let this go. Mantine does throw a Water Pulse, which does half of my life. And they come in with Deoxy, and I almost switched to Percocet until I realized that is counter. So I'm going to come in, and they're going to throw a Psycho Boost, most likely, to lower their attack. Yeah, that doesn't do... it did more than I feel like it should. I go for a Shadow Ball just to remove this Deoxy out of my screen. Doesn't KO, but I get a little bit more farm. And they're going to come back in with that Mantine to try to Water Pulse me, most likely. And no, they bring in Ferrothorn. So this is pretty good. Percocet has close combat, so this is gonna be a good one. I think we're able to win this one. I'm gonna let Palossand go down. We see Amputite Scorching Sand, but I lose that one. So what is this move? Power Whip. Yep, that's gonna take me out. I'm gonna come in with Percocet, Molly Percocet. Eventually, there you go, and I can take one move. If it's Thunder, Flash, Power Whip, I can take one move. Power Whip, I think I can survive another one. I'm going to decide to shield to play it safe. I would survive, but I'd be pretty low, and I'm a little bit scared of that Mantine. I switch and get the Weather Ball when they switch to Mantine, and they're going to let this go and try to farm down with Charm, and unfortunately no, but I do win. I thought I was going to win CMP tie, but they go for another wing attack. And I think this is my win con, because I can just shield this one and go for close combat, and I believe that's going to take out the Ferrothorn, but we're going to see that Water Pulse would have taken me out. I cannot survive that. And I just need to get to a close combat. Hopefully this KOs the Ferrothorn. Please, Lord have mercy. And it does, and we're able to win that game. Getting into the last match, we have Percocet, Molly Percocet, take a and a minute. Ninetales versus Deoxys. So I guess I'm just going to stay in and do as much damage as I can. Or maybe try to catch the move on Palossand, which I tried, did not work out, but that's okay. They still throw. It's just going to be the Psycho Boost. I can survive that. We saw the last game. Psycho Boost's going to do a little bit of my life there. And then they come in with Gligar, but it is Shadow. So this Shadow Ball is going to do some respectable damage, Gligar. It's going to do more than half of your life. Boom, look at that. You know, that did something. And basically, I think I'm just going to let this go. And if they bait, I survive, and they're going to have to throw again, or I get to, oh, never mind, that KO'd. It is Shadow, so I guess so. Going to come in with Ninetales, and try to get some damage in. I think I shield this one, because I don't want Deoxys versus my Percocet. So they're going to come back with Deoxys. Maybe. Do you? Maybe not. What are you coming? Hurry up. Yep, and they go immediately. So when they go immediately for Psycho Boost, I'm like, maybe they're weak to Ninetales in the back? And not really. They have their own Ninetales. So unfortunately, I think if I saved my shield for Percocet, we would be cooking a little bit here. But also, I am really slow here. I put my data on because I'm like, what is going on? These Shadow Claws are like so freaking slow compared to how they usually are. It took me forever to get to Play Rough, so I don't know if there's like a little lag on my part. But yeah, that happened. Play Rough, it's going to be taking out the Ninetales, but yeah, Deoxys can just counter me down. They have a Psycho Boost ready. I tried to charm down, but didn't happen. Oh, this is not the last game. This is the last game, my bad. Last game. We have Palossand versus Auroras. Not great, so I'm going to switch into Ninetales, and they're not switching, which means they're most likely going to go for Meteor Beam. So I'm going to block this one because it seems like they're weak to Ninetales in the back. They do go for Meteor Beam. And once again, not switching. This is just going to be the Weather Ball, so I'm going to let that go. Even though it's boosted, I am half ice, so I'm pretty good. Yeah, that doesn't do too much damage. They come in with Gallade. I'm like, oh my God, you must have like a dragon in the back, another fighter, because you were hella weak. So I'm going to block. Look. This is a Ninetales video, apparently. You are hella weak to Ninetales. So Ninetales, I'm just going to charm down the Gallade. They're going to come in with, there's the dragon. It's a Goodra. So I'm going to go in for a Weather Ball. That's going to be getting the final shield. And I think we can win this one with our backline. Yeah, I get another charm in, doing as much damage as I can. And yeah, I can just come in with either Pokemon. I am going to come in with Palossand, so I can soak up the Aqua Tails. And then I think Perrserker, aka Percocet, is got Percocet. Molly Percocet. They come back with Auroras. That was weird. I don't know. I don't think he should have done that. And then actually, you know what? I think I'm going to win this one with Palossand. Going to go for Shadow Ball and take out the Goodra. That's going to be a good game. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon, night. Whenever you're watching this, eat something, drink something. You deserve it. If you want to send me your videos, you can. Look in the description below. Has all the details down below on when you can submit, how you can submit. And that is it. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.